Hello, this is Ray Cross, and this is the latest LifeWalk episode update, whatever you want to call it. It's been a while since I've done one. To catch everybody up, I've had the last couple of months off. I am done with chemo and radiation. I am completely done with radiation. They will not give me any more radiation no matter what. Chemo, that's still up in the air. It's going to depend on how my future checkups go. I am scheduled for surgery. It is going on this month. I have been busy trying to get insurance to cover it because unfortunately I was terminated from my job 2 weeks ago. I had used up all my FMLA and ADA time off, and they had no choice but to terminate me so they can get somebody in there to do the work while I'm gone. It was just a numbers thing, and they've already made it blatantly clear they're hiring me back as soon as I've healed. So I'm not too worried about it, but the timing of it kind of stank because I have the surgery coming up. But we got that squared away, finally, with the state of Idaho. And they decided to pick up the tab for me. Bless their hearts. I love this state. Love Idaho. Gotta love it. Anyway, and I need to explain kind of what's going on. Now, I start prepping for the surgery about 3 days prior. I've got to completely clean out. Well, actually, I'm prepping for it now. I'm trying to get my body stronger. That gives me a better chance of surviving through the surgery. And it lowers the time it takes for my body to heal after the surgery. So that's what I'm working on now. But I'll start prepping for the surgery about 3 days prior. I've got to clean out my innards using a combination of Miralax and Duselax. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I'm required to take a shower with a special type of soap a couple days prior to the surgery to help make sure everything's super duper clean. And of course they're going to give me another one when I get there, but they need me to do this before I go. And then I'm going to go in and have the surgery done. I will be in the hospital for up to a week. They're saying usually between 2 and 5 days, depending on how fast my body heals and how fast I learn a few things that I need to learn while I'm there. And I'll touch on that more here in a little bit. And let's see. The surgery itself is going to take between 8 and 12 hours, what they have to do. And that's kind of what I'm going to be talking about. Now, if talking about body parts and functions is going to be too much for people, I recommend that you stop watching now and go watch Waddles, or Skizzleman, or Zeroed, or Tiz Tom, or somebody, just something. Just don't watch this if you're going to be easily freaked out or grossed out or whatever, because I do have to explain what this surgery is going to entail, why it's taken me so long to do this video, because I've had to come to grips with it basically. But yeah, stop watching right about now, and now let's get on to the meat and potatoes of the, I said taters, get to the meat and potatoes of what the surgery is going to entail. With the last scans they gave me, the MRI and the CAT scan, the surgeons determined, and of course I had second opinions and everything else going on, so pretty much all the doctors and surgeons I talked to after finishing chemo and radiation all said the same thing. They are all pretty much 100% certain that the cancer did spread. That it invaded certain organs that I have in my body. But it's still localized, which means that it's still curable. Now, one thing is the cancer that I got, apparently I'm prone to it, because even after chemo they found 12 polyps, and out of those 12 polyps, 3 of them were cancerous or precancerous, They were removed, so they're done. They're gone. Don't have to worry about it, and it's something I can stay on top of just by having a regular colonoscopy. So that's not that big of an issue. But the initial cancer, the tumor that grew so big in my colon, it invaded my ureter, it invaded my bladder, and it invaded my prostate. So those will have to be removed. The surgery is called a near total pelvic exoneration, and they're going to remove my bladder, my prostate, my ureter, which is the tubing down there running from the kidneys to the prostate, and some of the lymph nodes down there, they were also affected. They're going to remove those. Then they just sew me up and they heal me, and I heal from that and go on with my life. However, it's going to bring about some changes. One of those changes is, for the rest of my life, I will have to wear a bag on my side to replace the bladder that they're removing. So it's called a urostomy. It's basically a pee bag. It attaches to my skin, and via stoma, my urine goes out my side and into a bag, and then I have to empty it and blah 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 blah, and replace it every week and blah 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 blah. But that's going to be a major life-altering change for me. Another thing that they're going to have to do is remove my prostate. By removing the prostate, I will not have to worry about prostate cancer, which is a leading cause of death of cancer in men. So I won't have to worry about that anymore. But I will no longer be able to have sexual relations with anybody. Because it turns that part of my anatomy into basically an ornament. It will no longer function again like it's supposed to. So it's just there. And that is another life-altering thing that I have to deal with. And that will be for the rest of my life as well, until the good Lord decides to call me home. And, of course, it's also going to depend on what else they find once they've got me open. There could be more added to this that we don't know about yet because they're not in there looking around. Like I said, the surgery is going to take between 8 and 12 hours. There's going to be actually 2 surgeons on there. One of them is a urologist specialist, urinologist, whatever they're called. I have one of those specialists coming in for this, and they're going to be working on one side of me, and the other surgeon is going to be working on the other. They've broken it down to a clock system. One does it from like 12 to 6. One does it from 6 to 12, and whatever they designated. I leave that to them. They're the experts in it. I am not. But they said the surgery is going to take about 8 to 12 hours. It's going to, like I said, it's going to depend on what all they find there. And all of this is taking place on the 16th. Now, once I'm awake from the surgery and they're able to tell me, a few more things, and I'll have the bag, and they want to make sure I can use the bag and get around, basically function good before they release me from the hospital. So like I said, I will be in the hospital between 2 and 5 days, depending on how my body heals and how quickly I learn the things they have to teach me, like how to use that bag for the rest of my life. Because you got to be able to attach it and detach it and clean it and blah, 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 blah. And I have to learn all of that. But then I get home, and they have a policy. They want me to heal at home because you heal faster at home, especially if you're at rest. So during that week, the week of the surgery, I am probably not going to be on Minecraft at all, unless something, unless the good Lord sees to make everything comfortable and good for me and everything during that week. I'm probably not going to be playing Minecraft at all. But quite possibly the week after, I will start playing a little bit at a time, just to get used to being back into that frame of mind, while I'm continuing to heal and continuing to get stronger and all that kind of fun stuff. Then I'll get to go back to work eventually. But of course, by then I'll be playing Minecraft and streaming a little more. And then once I get back to work, and I get my work schedule, then I'm going to be able to actually make a streaming schedule, something that I've been wanting to do for a while, but I haven't been able to because my schedule has been so up in the air over the last year that I haven't been able to do it. Anyway, so that's what's going on. With that being said, the prank that I did on Zeroed, which the video is done, it's edited. As soon as Zeroed clears it for me making it go live, as soon as Zeroed clears it, it'll go live probably today. And that's probably going to be my last bit of Minecraft content as far as YouTube goes, other than this video, until I get back. I'll try and keep up with everybody on Discord, the various Discord channels like XMP and Nameless and everything, and a few others that I'm members of, to let them know that I'm still, 6 feet above instead of 6 feet under. And then I'm just going to slowly work myself way back into the game. So with all that being said, if you have any questions, please feel free to reach out. I try and be an open book. And I'll leave it at this. And this is Right Cross, signing out.